Yo. Yep. $20 regular. And now we're in the beautiful village of Umatic, where we have a mayoral candidate on the Democrats side, Andy Uggan Santiago. Good morning, Mr. Santiago.
Oh. Good morning.
Good morning. Good
There
morning.
All right, so we have you, Mr. Santiago. I guess just right off the bat, I've spent about, I want to say, 15 minutes to 30 minutes total in the village of Umatic this year. So I don't know what's going on in your village, but I know you do. So what are the important issues facing the village of Umatic?
Okay, there's issues right now. My plan on running for mayor is to unite the people here in Umatic and improve our quality of life. And some of the issues is having meetings. And I'm very, we have to have our quarterly meetings so people could be informed of what's going on. We have to improve our community, get everybody united, and implement a lot of activities and programs which we are not really getting at all. Kids, we don't have a school down here in Umatic anymore. We have to do something for the kids. We have to do a lot of programs. We have no programs at all to keep these kids busy.
Mm-hmm.
Youth activities are just really not existing in it. And senior citizens, we have to go to other villages to entertain our senior citizens. Activities, we need to keep our people here occupied and do something. That's one of the main reasons I'm running, is that we're not getting anywhere here in Umatic. We lost our school. We got a lot of our cemetery is slowly drifting away, eroding away, and nothing is getting done.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So basically, it sounds like you're saying the incumbent mayor basically just sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But, be that as it may, you are going up against Gilbert Uggan in the Democrat primary. So what makes you a better candidate than Gilbert?
Are you guys related?
In some ways, yeah. We're
Like second cousin, third cousin?
Yeah.
I'm Prim.
I run last time, and I got so much ideas to beautify the village that I haven't seen anything getting done. Makes me better. I can't say that it makes me better. We have to just, for the benefit of the village, basically. I can't argue with which one is better.
Right. Yeah, I get that the respect. You don't want to call out your opponent too hard because it's going to make it awkward at the family gathering.
Yeah, but Mr. Johnny Kanata, the current mayor, isn't he an Uggan also?
Are you related to the current mayor too?
We're all Kanatas too.
Aye, a day.
Yeah.
So, Andy, you talked about the programs. You said we need more programs for the youth in Umatic. What kind of programs would you want to implement if you were elected and beat your cousins in the election?
We don't have anything with sports program. Get the kids into a competitive sports, something for them to look for. We used to have way back when I was growing up, you know, we always have a basketball team here in Pneumatic, which we're not getting any right now. We just, you know, keep these kids to have some kind of something to be proud of living here in Pneumatic.
So more sports programs.
Competitive sports is you know, what it's good, you know, activities to keep kids implement some kind of you know, we lost our school here,
Right.
and that school is just sitting up there.
Right.
Do you plan on, what are your ideas? You want to use that school for something else?
Right.
Use that school for some kind of a class or something, you know, program, some kind of a youth program to keep the kids busy.
Right.
Use it as a place to exercise or some form of entertainment for kids.
Right. I know, you know, Andy, last year that FQ Sanchez was in operation, I went down there for Mess Chamorro, and man, I remember it was the food was awesome, but it's a good facility. You're right, and I'm pretty sure with some touching up, I mean, you could be looking at something that could be used not just for Pneumatic residents, but maybe even the people of Molesto or the people of the South, right? So
That's something. Maybe we can use that as a museum or something to, you know, to. Right now, looking back, you know, we don't have anything that people can go to and look at some form of history of the village. You know, who's our educators here in the village? People that are doing good for the village. You know, we don't have that.
like a Pneumatic Hall of Fame, right? That's a good idea.
Yes.
But Mr. Santiago, you don't have to be the mayor to effectuate change in your village. So prior to deciding that you were going to run, have you done anything to raise these sorts of issues to the incumbent mayor?
One of my main issue here is to communicate.
And have you communicated your concerns to the current mayor before deciding that you wanted to run?
You know, it's very hard to communicate because he got his own ways of doing things. Oh,
I mean, that's just
Like a my way or highway type of what are you talking about?
obviously, you know, you have to put some concern about your people. You know, just having parties is not the way to keep people together. You know, we're doing things down here that are temporarily. You know, building something has to be a community input in that. Whatever you build down here, you're building it to be there to last for, you know, so many years. And you can look back and say, yeah, you know, that was a good program. That's a good building.
You bring up a good point, Mr. Santiago, because last evening I was up at Mount Lamlam, and there's the crosses, and there was a plaque there, and it said, you know, 1980, these things were erected. It was a collaboration between, you know, different senators, and you talk about building a legacy. So that's what you're trying to do if elected mayor, is maybe look at long-term plans for the village.
You know, I want to put Pneumatic as a, you know, a place to go and enjoy. Okay, we have a lot of good historical place here in Pneumatic. Right. Keeping it nice and you know, get the people involved to maintain these things. We have.
Andy, you have 1 minute. Do you want to just go ahead and, you know, tough and close?
Yes. You know, like I said, my goal is is to unite the community and get something going. Issues we can talk about, and the main thing right now is get people together. Is a meeting, quality meeting is a must here in Pneumatic. We have to let people know what's going on. Yeah. And, security issues is another thing here. Like I attend the meetings, and one time about the police chief coming down here trying to organize a neighborhood watch, and never materialized, nothing then. I signed up for it, and I've never got a call to implement this program down here.
Thank you, Mr. Santiago. That's your time.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Best of luck to you in
Good
the
luck.
primary.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
take
you
care.
for this long distance call, sir.
All right. Thanks.
Okay.